Take 4. After all the work we did on the Cutlass convertible, hopefully you guys just watched a couple videos on that. I just wanted to double check what the toe-in specs were. And I set my little rig up here around the car, and with the encouragement of John and Joe, I'm going to do a little video. And this work can be duplicated, and you can check your toe-in on basically anything. Could be a lawnmower, a side-by-side, anything that you want to adjust how your front wheels point. You can use this quick method. So it's not Oldsmobile or muscle car specific. Let me show you what I put together. So there's the car on the garage floor, and there's 4 jack stands around the car. And there's one on the other side. And around the jack stands is string. See that string? And what I've done is I've built a perfect rectangle around the perimeter of the car. And that rectangle is made out of, in this case, a chalk line. And what it does is it gives you a constant point of reference around the entire perimeter so that you can accurately measure which direction the front wheels are pointed. I want to show you something here. Let me get my tape measure out. You can go right to the lip of the front wheel, to the bottom of that string, and you can take your measurement front and rear of the wheel. Here's how I set up. I use my whiteboard here. Let me try and explain this clearly and very easy to follow. Here's a bird's eye view of 4 wheels in a car. This line here, let me get my pointer here. This line here represents the string that we just put around the entire perimeter of the car. You want to confirm that your wheelbase, which is the center of the front wheel to the center of the rear wheel, matches the correct specifications for your particular vehicle. In this case, 112 inches is what we need. We have that. You want to make sure that your corners of whatever you're building your frame out of that's going to hold the string are the same width, front and rear, so that you don't have this line going along the car at any kind of an angle. Okay, so in this case, I have them set at 75 inches. The other thing that's very important is you want your string, this dash mark represents the string line, to land in the exact center of the wheel, not at the top or the bottom of the wheel. Okay. Once you have that all set up, you're going to play around with the positioning, in this case, the jack stands. You're going to play around with the positioning to make sure that you have everything lined up straight. Make sure that if your string is 3 inches from the wheel on the passenger side, you want your string to be 3 inches from the wheel on the driver's side. Once you have that set up, you can confirm your width between those jack stands, and you make sure that your width in the front matches that. So in effect, you have 2 parallel string lines around your car. Okay. You know, you have your 3-inch dimension here. In this case, it's 3. It doesn't have to be 3. You can make this 13. You can make this 25. You know, the further away you are, the less accurate you're going to be as far as measuring. So in this case, I have it set at 3 inches from the center of the wheel to the line. Both sides. Now all you got to do is start measuring from the back side of the wheel. So if you're facing the wheel, when I say that this is the front of the car, the back side of the wheel will be in effect the 3 o'clock position. The front side will be 9 o'clock on the driver's side. Passenger side, that changes, right? Because now the front of the car is going to be to your right, and 3 o'clock is the front and 9 o'clock is the back. Just kind of keep that in mind as you're doing it. Now, the factory spec here is 1/8 of an inch to 3/16 total toe. That's basically where it was. And I want to give it a little bit more toe in, kind of as an experiment, see if I can get this thing to track a little bit tighter and not wander, like it kind of likes to grab the groove of the road here. So I'm attempting to make it a little bit more towed in. So effectively what we have here is if your front wheels are turned in, providing positive toe in, the distance at the back of the wheel to your string is going to be less than the distance of the front of your wheel to the string. When I'm talking about wheel, I'm talking about taking off the trim ring and really measuring the wheel. Getting it from the edge of that wheel to the string. The thinner string you use, the more accurate you're going to be. Now, this may just be an adjustment that you do to get your car to the alignment shop. It may not be an adjustment that you really want to live with, but if you just pull the front end apart, you're just putting in all new steering stuff, this might be a good way for you to just set the toe to get it into the shop. This is not how to set camber. This is not how to set caster. This is just a toe inspec adjustment. So when you have your wheels adjusted on one side, all of this is done with your steering wheel center and level. Whatever your horn pad is, whatever your design of your steering wheel is, make sure your steering wheel is set center. Start adjusting your tie rods to where you want to have half of your overall toe in that you're looking for on each wheel. So in this case, if I want a 1/4 inch toe in overall, I got to have 1/8 on each side. And in effect, that's what we've done. 2 3/8 between the outer wheel lip and the string in the back of both wheels, and 2 1/2 between the string and the front of the wheel on both sides. That is a 1/8 difference. 1/8 plus 1/8 is 1/4. Okay? That's a quick little home way to check your toe. And once you're done with all this measurement, and you double check and triple check, tighten up your adjusting sleeves and take it for a ride. And if you know you feel like you have too much toe, you do an equal adjustment out on each side until you kind of find your car's sweet spot. Obviously, this is not intended to replace the accuracy of a proper wheel alignment machine. This is just a home way to check your toe. Got to have a level floor. Got to have space enough around the car to make this string jig around it. And there you have it. I hope this is a clear enough description of what I've got going on. Maybe it helps somebody. Again, does not have to be Oldsmobile or GM or anything in particular. It doesn't even matter if the tie rod ends are in the front of the axle line or in the rear of the axle line. It doesn't matter, because you're talking about positive toe in is front of the tires pointing inward. That would be positive toe in, okay? All right, let me know if you have any questions. One more note to share here. For the scrutinizing viewer, you will notice that 3 inches is not the specification from the center of the front wheel to the string in this particular case as it is from the center of the rear wheel to the string. And why is that? Well, that pertains to the wheel track width, right? That's the width of your front wheels, outside dimension of your left front to outside dimension of your right front, compared to your rear wheels, outside dimension of your left rear to the outside dimension of the right rear. Why are they not the same in this case? Well, for those who watched the prior videos of when we did the disc brake conversion, you'll see that when we change these spindles, it provides more width than the original spindles. Therefore, the track width in the front of the car now is wider than the track width of the rear of the car. That is something you could compare on your own, depending on whatever you're working on. You can find, with a little research, Google, all that wonderful stuff, you can find the track width of whatever it is you're working on, and you can have that number also to make sure that you have this perimeter box that you've built out of string perfectly square. So if you know, let's just use a number of, 69 inches is your rear track width. And if your front is 69 inches, then you know that you can maintain that parallel factor with your strings by making sure your distance from the center of the wheel to the string is the same. In this case, I had the little extra challenge of having a different track width in the front than the rear. So that's why for those who may be saying, what's going on? Why do you have 3 inches here and you're less than 3 inches here? That's why, okay? So we'll put that in the video also. just to kind of cover all bases. That's that, all right? Happy steering.